try this. Okay, so basic overview. How many people in here are not familiar with the wine walk? Okay, so the wine walk, just basic overview, is there's going to be 18 businesses in Sauk City. It's going to start from Ace Hardware, just to give you an idea, all the way down across from Quick Trip, where we've got Elite Hair and Wax and Body Shop, just to give you an idea. So those 18 businesses are, some of them are new, most of them are not new, but basically what happens is the night of the event, you're going to get each person that comes through your door an ounce of red and an ounce of white. I'm going to stress this year, if somebody says, oh, I don't drink red, can I have 2 of white? The answer is no, okay? No. And the reason is because we have to do the wine different this year, and if we run out, we're going to have a very, very bad reputation, and nobody's going to come back to Sauk City for a wine walk, okay? There is a lot of mathematical equations that go into how much wine I get, and it could screw up big time. So just want to let you know, so that overview is giving you a chance to get people into your door, about 425 of them. I'm going to sell 425 tickets this year. Tickets are $30 each. So I encourage you to do whatever you want to bring people back, right? That's the goal. Introduce them to your space. Show them how kick butt you guys are. And say, hey, if you want to come back for a buy one, get one free or a 20% off, whatever it is, okay? So does that make sense? Okay, so we'll talk about like the details in a second. You're going to want to save this list, okay? You're going to have a licensed bartender. That licensed bartender has to be licensed in the village of Sauk City. If you say, oh, I know somebody in Madison, doesn't matter. They have to be licensed in Sauk City, or you can get a temporary operator's license. I dropped all of you a hand-delivered letter. Did everybody get that letter? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's that's in there, and you have to fill that out. It's $10, and to find a licensed bartender on a Friday night in Sauk City is going to be hard to find. So I would encourage you to do that. I would also encourage you to find out whoever you're going to fill out that application, make sure they have a clean record, because they will check it. Okay, and we need to absolutely get that to the village by August 21st, which is next Wednesday. If you could do it before then, I'd love you even more. Heidi and those guys are doing us a huge favor, and they have to do all the background checks, and it takes them a long time to do it. Okay, like I said on letter B here, you get 1 ounce of red, 1 ounce of white maximum. You don't have to, but I encourage you to do food. An appetizer or a sample size food, and it has to be from a commercial grade kitchen. That is why I put on here the Sauk County Health Department. If you have questions, don't call me, call the health department. They are crazy about what we can and can't do. So for example, no, you cannot bake your own cookies in your own house. It's not a commercial grade kitchen. Can you go to Piggly Wiggly and get sausage and cheese crackers from the deli? Yes, that's a commercial grade kitchen. Some people, if you want, you can hire food and have it catered. You'll be the talk of the town, I promise you. It can get expensive, but you can do that, okay? Sample sizes, for an example, last year we had a Vegas theme, so we did a wedding chapel, and we did small, itty-bitty little cakes. Cisco Foods, compliant, okay? There is a chance that Sauk County Health Department could come into your building and either try to encourage you to, like, if you have a piece of pizza, that's not a sample size. They might say, cut it up into 10 pieces, then you have a sample size, or they could give you a fine. Just telling you, it's possible. Okay, enough's on that. 80s theme, play the part. I have so many people that are jazzed, like the whole town's talking about it. So please dress up, have fun, do a theme. If you want to do game show, if you want to do, I don't know, a sitcom from the 80s, big ass hair, I don't care, have some fun with it. Because people that are coming to the event will also be dressing up. Okay, mullets, hairspray, whatever. Okay, no alcohol in the streets, so please have somebody dumping at the door. Okay, so if we have anybody walking around the streets, again, the cops find us, we're not gonna have another wine walk. So please have somebody at the door making sure it's empty. We will have signs outside of your business promoting the stop. Thank you, the girls last year at Elite made the signs for us, or these really cool wooden stops, or signs, and then I'm gonna have something called Sip Stop on them. Does anybody still have theirs from last year? Okay, so I'm gonna maybe ask for volunteers to help me the day of the event to get those signs distributed to 18 businesses. And then after the event, I'll need those back. Okay, let's see, incentive and donation for the grand prize. If anyone has something they could donate, a gift certificate. If you don't have like a product or service like us, Remax, what are we gonna do, give away a house? No, but we could probably give you a Subway gift card. So that incentive, where is my brochure? And I haven't made my mind up on this, so I'm open to suggestions. These are what the brochures are gonna look like, something similar. So when they come to your stop, you're gonna go to your stop, you're gonna put a hole punch where they are. And the reason we do that is so number one, they don't come back and try to take more wine. And number two, you know who's been there. Now, out of the 18 stops, last year we did, if you hit all 18 stops, you fill your name and number out here and you give it to wherever that stop might be. So if let's say you're the 18th stop, there's no particular order we're doing it. They're gonna give you your name, number, and then at the end of the event, they're gonna bring, you as business owners will bring them back to me, and then I'll do a drawing for whatever gifts that people supply. That would be really fun. So my question to you is, last year we did 18 out of 18. I heard a lot of people say it's rushed. People are in a hurry. They're not enjoying each step. So do we say if you hit 10 of the 18?
Yeah.
Okay, but I also want to, I mean, you guys work hard, right? You spend a lot of money, you want them in there. So that's why I did all 18, to say, at least I can say, well, at least I stopped in to see the Elite, or the Body Shop, or Confidential Accounting, because that's what we want to do. So do we have all 18? Do we just do 14?
Go 60.
16 out of 18, you think that's fair?
Yeah.
We can revisit that, but you know what I'm saying, like that was a complaint I heard from Sauk and Prairie, that they're running, yes.
I can see if you're absolutely not interested in that business no matter what. I mean, it's nice to go and church, meet people, but if somebody hates tattoos, I don't necessarily care.
Okay, okay, I get it. But is that,
People like me that don't care to hit all the stops at one price, I'm gonna go where I want to go.
okay,
Yeah,
So there's other people on the other side
Yeah, that's
too that
good.
don't care about
Okay.
that part.
okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking is you guys are gonna be so busy, are you really gonna sit there and count 15, 15? You know what I mean? Oh, you qualify.
Oh, yeah.
Let's come back to this. Will you guys remind me to come back to this? Because I'm just, it was a complaint, I want people to know I hear them. Let's see. Okay, handheld hole punch, please make sure you have one. I'd highlight that for the night of the event. Fully staffed, the reason I have fully staffed is 1, 2 people isn't gonna cut it. You guys have done it before. I encourage people to have wine pourers. I'd have somebody at the door welcoming them, punching the card. I'd have somebody at the door making sure that they don't walk out with alcohol, and I might have somebody by the food. I know it seems like a lot of people, some of your businesses might be too small for that, but you're just gonna need to be efficient, because there is a lot of people. I had probably 50, 60 people in here at one time, so keep that in mind. I personally didn't want to pour, because I wanted to mingle and visit. So I had like my brother in here, you know, doing that, and then I can visit with people. So kind of think about that. Keep your all bottles. This is new this year. So last year, Sauk City or Sauk Prairie Liquor was so awesome. We bought all the wine through them, and then we could return it because of fundraiser. Well, we can't do that anymore because the picnic license says it has to be from a distributor. So I'm working with General Beverage. I have to get that application filled out, writing myself a note. And they're gonna distribute the wines to us, and I'm gonna have it all picked up. I'll tell you what we're raising money for. But anyway, that's another reason why you wanna be careful with your wine pours. If you guys run out of wine, you're gonna have a bad rap. And if you happen to have 6 bottles left, you get 6 bottles of wine to do whatever you want with. I'm not collecting them anymore this year. It was a pain in the rear, and with this new policy, it just makes sense.
so we're keeping the used bottles.
Everything. I'm not gonna be a recycling center. I'm not taking empty bottles, and I'm not taking full bottles. But if you could let me know how many you have left, that would be helpful. Because then next year I'll know I can sell more tickets. Okay? You're gonna get a case of red, and you're gonna get a case of white. I'm not overly crazy about taking requests. Like, oh, can I have this wine, can I have it? There's a couple people that wanna do that, that's fine. I just don't want 18 people mailing me because we have a very, very tight budget. And I know the person that recommended a certain wine, I know that's in my budget. So we're trying to keep the cases because they're giving us a discount at like $10 a bottle. And if you request a wine that's $15 a bottle, then it's gonna blow my budget and it's gonna blow my fundraising efforts. Does that make sense? Okay, we're gonna obviously try to have roller shine and that type of a thing, but I'm asking the distributor who does this for a living every single day to give us a red and a white per business, okay? Let's see, Bar Buddies is gonna be on board with us again, bless their hearts, so they're gonna do to and from free rides in a certain area. And these are the brochures, like I said. Where did they go? The brochures will have their business names and addresses on them. It will also have the name of the wine we're serving under it. So in case somebody really enjoys the wine at your stop, they'll circle it and say, I'm gonna go back and buy that wherever they can buy it. On the back, like I said, we're gonna have logos. So we'll have Tools of Marketing who donate the wine glasses, which is an incredible savings for us and very kind. And then Bar Buddies, and then whoever else is gonna sponsor it. Now, I wanna also let you guys know, I did hear you loud and clear. People lost these last year. They get drunk, they leave them, and they don't know where they're at. Okay, I've looked into lanyards. They're $500. I'm trying to raise money. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have time to look for somebody to sponsor this. I have an event policy from Schwartz Insurance that's costing us $700 for $1 million policy. So if they break your leg, you're covered, okay? So I'm trying to keep costs down. I tried to get something to go like a ring around the stem, like Bearhoo does. I don't know if you've seen those. But then if I have a stem, it's too small to read. And then there's an additional printing cost and you have a map, so you're still carrying crap around.
Right.
I was then gonna have like yarn, complete redneck, and do that, but I'm not cutting up yarn and making lanyards. So if people are drunk and they lose them, okay? I'm sorry. If anybody else has a solution or wants to pay for it, I am absolutely all ears. But I have to stress this, you guys. If they don't have this, and if they don't have a wristband, and if they don't have a glass, they are not getting in. Because last 2 times people are trying to sneak in, they're eating your food that you've paid for. And I had complaints in Prairie from businesses. So I hate to be that person. Please write down your thoughts if you have a comment on that. But anyway, they have to find these, or we're getting bags out, so if they put these in their bags, walk around with their bags. Day of event, to pick up the wine glasses, oops, that's an error, that's not at the chamber. That is not gonna be at the chamber. The picnic license is going to be under the Friends of the Sauk City Public Library. So when you write your check for $150, I need it written to the Friends of the Sauk City Public Library, please. So if you haven't heard, we have a new library. It's across from Culver's on Phillips Boulevard, the old Straightforward building. That is where we are doing registration. That's where people are picking up their wine glasses. And that's where all of your wine is going to be picked up the day of the event. So your case of red and case of white, you're gonna go there. I'll let you know the times, but I'm not delivering those. You'll have to pick those up yourselves. Tickets are gonna go on sale again September 4th. That's an error. It's not September 1st, it's September 4th. 9 a.m. sharp, and I'm doing 6 per person, max. Thank you to those who have volunteered to help me with this project and getting the copy up on Facebook and Eventbrite, because I've been busy. Event starts at 6 sharp with a hard stop at 9 sharp. Please shut the doors at 9 o'clock. Special thanks to Tools of Marketing with the wine glasses. Again, the picnic license is to the Friends of the Sauk City Public Library. Each guest will have a brochure, wristband, and a signature wine glass in order to get in the door, no exceptions. The wine date and time, like I said, is going to be from General Beverage. It will be at the new library. And again, have a great time, promote your businesses, and have a great event. So I'm going to shut the video off now so I don't bore anyone else.